Good morning, Wootton. Today is Friday, February 19th, 2021, and these are your weekly announcements, brought to you by the Applied Educational Leadership Program, Television Production Class, and the Student Government Association. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The word of the week is resilience. Do you know what it means, Wootton? Did you know that the earliest recorded protest against slavery was by Quakers in 1688? Need some help with homework? Would you like a tutor? Homework Club will meet after school from 2:45 to 3:45, Tuesday and Thursday afternoons only this week. The regular schedule will resume next week, the week of March 1st. For the Zoom link, go to Activities on the Wootton webpage, click on the 2020-2021 SGA full list of clubs, and find the club Zoom link under Homework Club. Please contact Mr. Steinbach to arrange for a specific tutor or if you have questions. In the honor of Black History Month, it's important to remember great historical African American figures. Arthur Ashe was an American professional tennis player who won 3 Grand Slam singles titles. His professional career featured 33 titles, including the 1968 U.S. Open and the 1970 Australian Open. He was also the first African American to win the NCAA singles title. Arthur was a trailblazer on the court, and he was also a devoted activist off of it. His great career in tennis helped him find his voice on a wide variety of social justice issues. Chuck Berry was an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, and one of the pioneers of rock and roll music. Nicknamed the father of rock and roll, Berry refined and developed rhythm and blues into the major elements that made rock and roll distinctive, with songs such as Maybelline, 1955, Roll Over Beethoven from 1956, Rock and Roll Music from 1957, and Johnny B. Good from 1958. Writing lyrics that focused on teen life and consumerism, and developing a music style that included guitar solos and showmanship, Berry was a major influence on subsequent rock music. Berry was among the first musicians to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on its opening in 1986. He was cited for having laid the groundwork for not only a rock and roll sound, but a rock and roll stance. Berry is included in several of Rolling Stone magazine's Greatest of All Time lists. He was ranked 5th on its 2004 and 2011 lists of the 100 greatest artists of all time. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll includes 3 of Berry's Johnny B. Good, Maybelline, and rock and roll music. Berry's Johnny B. Good is the only rock and roll song included on the Voyager Golden Record. Attention all students looking for leadership and SSL opportunities. There are several great options for you. The SGA has this information posted on the SGA website that is under Activities on the main Wootton webpage. You can also find this on the SGA Instagram link tree. These are great chances to gain leadership experience and get SSL hours. Check them out. Our Wootton High School Families for Families Student Club will be having a food drive on Saturday, February 20th, between 11 a.m. to noon. We are collecting grocery items to support Hope and a Home, a local nonprofit in the District of Columbia. To add your donations, bring them to the Wootton parking lot on Saturday, February 20th, between 11 a.m. and noon. Face masks are required. We are grateful for any support and donation. For more information on required clubs and about joining our club, DM at Wootton_Families for Families or email Miss Sioni. Thanks for helping. And now for a COVID care video with Josh Friedman and Miss Duong.
Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and I'm currently a junior. Remote learning definitely has its limitations, and in my opinion, one of the worst is that students can no longer see their teachers before, during, or after school in order to receive extra help. Additionally, it is hard to build relationships with your educators in a virtual environment. While we do have designated check-in times, it can sometimes be difficult competing for a teacher's help amongst other students in only 20 minutes. That is why I started COVID CareVids, an additional way students can get information from and about their teachers, as well as resources for additional help at any convenient time. I sincerely hope that this benefits the Wootton community. Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and on today's COVID CareVid, I'm going to be interviewing Ms. Wong, our studio art teacher. Ms. Wong, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Yeah, so just to start off, what hobbies have kept you busy during quarantine?
I've been doing a lot of outdoor activities, especially spending time with my family, taking my kids to the park, going apple picking, exercising. For me, that's really important because it energizes me, not only physically, but recharges me mentally as well. And something really fun that I've been doing is every week I've been attending this drawing session with a group of artists, international artists. We meet up every Friday evening for 3 hours, and we just draw or paint. And it's so nice to be able to connect with a group of people who share your same interest. And that's been really fun for me.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Are there any activities that you recommend Wooten students do over remote learning?
Yeah, I mean, definitely if you can spend time outdoors. I know that earlier today in homeroom, we had the virtual club expo. So I would encourage students to connect with one of the clubs and, make friends and, have who share your same interests. And then for art, there's this really fun challenge for October. It's called Inktober Challenge. And if you just Google that, you can find that information, and you can do a drawing every day and post it on social media and share your work.
And how have lessons adapted to be more suitable for virtual learning?
I know in our art classes, we try to make it like as if we were in the classroom. And so we would, when we introduce a new concept or technique, we'll demonstrate it in, over a document camera or show videos. And then we use the rest of the class time for students to actually work, draw, work on their projects. And then they can take pictures of their work and post it online, and then give each other feedback. So yeah, use the class time as a studio time as well.
All right. And what do you expect of students as they take an art course virtually this year?
I definitely expect students to join the Zoom class and use that Zoom class as a studio time where they are participating, actually drawing or painting in that class. Yeah. I feel like it will be a missed opportunity if they just sign in and don't participate, or just kind of go off and play video games or something.
So, what I'm sure many students are wondering is how can students not currently enrolled in an art course still incorporate art into their lives as a positive pastime?
So I want to just share with you a little story. My daughter is she's in 6th grade and she only has art once a week. So when she is at home, I can tell she's craving for some kind of artistic outlet. And so I see her on, there's so many YouTube videos that you can find that have so many fun art projects. And I see her making like slime and designing her own stickers and doing squishies. And now she's into painting villains from Disney movies. And it's so lovely to see her be so, active and doing all these art projects. And so I think for high school students, if they could find, there's so many teen programs out there with like different museums, local museums like the National Portrait Gallery, the Regional F. Lewis Museum in Baltimore. There are also art competitions that they can look into to enter, and they can even win money. You can win like $400 or $500. And of course, there's that Inktober challenge, and that's something you can do on your own, and it'll be fun, not for a grade or anything. Yeah.
So, what are some additional resources students can take advantage of if they feel like they need more help but unfortunately cannot attend office hours?
I know that we have the Wootton Center for the Arts, which is on the Wootton website. And I really encourage students to connect to, just sign up for a club, where you can connect with other people who share your interests, because I think students can get, they feel more comfortable asking other students in the same class or your friends questions that, they may be unsure of. Sometimes it may be more, nerve-wracking or shy asking a teacher, but when you have friends that you can ask, it's easier to get support that way.
And last but not least, do you have any advice for students during these unprecedented times?
Sure, yes. I feel like there is a misconception. I hear this all the time where students say, I can't draw, I'm not good in art, I wasn't born with that talent gene. And I think that it's not true. I think that if you have an open mind and you're willing to try, you can definitely be good in art. And kind of like cooking, the first few times when you try cooking a new recipe, you're going to mess up. You may burn some eggs or something, but you'll get better at it. And I just always like to leave students with this quote by Henri Matisse that says, creativity takes courage. And now during this time, it is the time to be brave and to express what you believe in. And art is the best way to do that.
I definitely agree. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for your time and for being a part of COVID CareVids.
Thank you for having me. And, have fun, everyone. It's good to see you.
The word of the week is resilience, meaning the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. And the quote of the week is, "We are not makers of history. We are made by history." Martin Luther King Jr. The 2020-2021 SGA theme this year is Unity Through Adversity. Please remember to walk wise and drive wise. Have a great weekend, Wootton!